And then when you actually ask people like, hey, like, what do architects do? Or specifically, what do enterprise architects do? It gets fuzzy. Like the answers are varied. So this is the full stack architect concept is my attempt to basically clarify and kind of focus architects in the value they deliver. And I can get into a little bit on what that entails, but that's generally the concept.
Yeah, I'd love to hear. And let's not forget about the sales solution architects, the people out there making all the promises that we all need to live up to.
Yeah, exactly.
Historically, enterprise architecture can sometimes be viewed as this, top of an ivory tower. This is the perfection that we're all chasing towards. And, I was certainly guilty of that early in my career. I'd go into a new place and I'd want to burn it all down and build it all the quote unquote perfect way. Over the years of your career, what kind of led you down this path of being more invested in a full stack architecture?
I'm an engineer by training, right? So I started as a Java developer and then got into web development. Really, it just felt natural to me, zeros and ones. When I got into architect and I went through the journey of being a platform solution enterprise architect, the zeros and ones still is, deep part of my identity. And what happens is, as I kind of grew through my career, I found that as an engineer, it's very clear the value that you provide, right? It's quantifiable in the lines of code you write. It's quantifiable maybe in code test coverage. But when it comes to architects, the value delivered is not very quantifiable. So that confusion is a big problem within the industry because especially now in the post-COVID bubble world, there's a lot of organizations are tightening up their budgets. They're being leaner. And then quite honestly, there's layoffs too, right? And then if you in your role, the value is not clearly evident, that's a big problem. So the concept of a full stack architect is around how do you provide quantifiable value to your customers? The customers of the architects are the business, engineering, design, product, program managers, and et cetera. Having architecture as a role covers that huge umbrella and being very articulate and specific around the value you provide. Like that's really the concept.